Hey fire signs, I'm gonna do a pick a card for you guys, and there will be a link in the description box to contact me if you would like to get the extended. I've got 4 more cards that I'm pulling, Love Oracle. They're all 4 Oracle cards that would clarify this a little further for you. So anyway, just like I said, check the link in the description box if you're interested in an extended. This is for fire signs. Hopefully you can see it. I see the cord bar in here, but anyway. This is pile 1, 2, 3. So you guys think about which one you want, and I'll give you a minute or a few seconds. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. So here we go on number 1. Okay, we've got heaven and hell. So I feel like your person, again, I've had this in the last pick a card. This is crazy. So heaven is what you guys made them feel. The people that are in hell now, your person that is now in hell, it's hell of their own making because they did you bad to where you don't want to be with them anymore, and they made you feel like, you know, you were in heaven. I feel like you are a kind, angelic type person, and they weren't nice. And I don't know if they prayed for you guys to show up, and you did, and they weren't capable of loving you correctly. But they knew what they were doing, and I don't know if they just couldn't control it. You know, if they have trauma that they haven't dealt with, I don't know. But let's see what the next one is. So, I don't know if you guys can. We have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so here's the 9 of Swords. Your person is really getting their karma. They are, again, they feel like they're in hell. They are very, very regretful, remorseful, sad in their head. I think they're freaking out, trying to figure out how to get you back because they already sense that you've pulled your energy away from them. Maybe you've even told them that you have. I don't know. But I do know that they are feeling really bad right now. So, yeah, they're not able to sleep at night. They can't really get you out of their head. They regret what they've done. They wish they hadn't done the things they did to you. But, you know, it's too late. The damage has been done. And I think you guys are probably done with that. And then we've got falseness. So this right here, this card, falseness, they definitely wore a false mask for you. They made you feel, I feel like they almost had maybe some narcissistic tendencies. But, you know, I don't think, I have a theory that we're all on a scale of 1 to 10. Excuse me. Most people fall around 1, 2 maybe. And the really bad people are up past, you know, 8, 9, 10. And, you know, they may just be midway in there. Maybe they've got trauma, like I said, they haven't dealt with, and they don't understand how to get themselves right so that they can have a good life and treat people right, because they've treated people the same way their whole life. I don't know if they're young, I don't know if they're old, but I will tell you they've done this to everyone they've been with. So it's like they pull you in, and then they, you know, promise you the moon and the stars and the sun, and then when it comes time to deliver, they push you away. So I feel, again, that they are missing you desperately, terribly. I mean, because you brought them joy, happiness. I mean, you were looked out for them, you loved them, you know, even their false ass, you loved their false ass. because you probably knew, you're probably very intuitive, and you probably did know that they were wearing a false mask, but maybe you could see through it and you hoped that you could bring them comfort and help them to become a better person. But instead, they put you in third-party situations. They talk bad about you behind your back. They, again, everything they've done to you, they regret terribly. And I don't know how they're going to get out of that now. And then got another 9, the 9 of Pentacles. And if you look at this card, this is a person, this is someone who is a shining, happy, content person. And I feel like that's what you were. And you thought that, that you'd found your soulmate. But they know that you're this. You are capable of being on your own. You don't need them. They knew that your love was pure. You had pure intentions. They didn't. Maybe they tried to at first, but they just couldn't. With this false mask, it had to slip away. And you started seeing through the cracks, but you didn't want to face it. You didn't want to believe it. I believe this is a relationship that went on for years. I believe this is a long-term relationship, maybe a long-distance relationship. But they're attracted to your light. I mean, look at your light. That's your light. And now they're in darkness without you. So that's their karma. And I have, again, the information will be in the description box. And if you'd like to see that, there's 4 more cards, oracle cards, that are love cards that will, and a hidden truth that will give you more information. So if you're interested, check the description box. So now we'll go to at 7. Let's see. Actually, let me do this. So it's 7:35, I guess, are the timestamps. Okay, we've got yin and yang. So this is good, bad, male, female, opposites. It's opposite, and it's basically not even good and bad. I feel like you guys were soulmates. They were the yin to your yang. You were the yang to their yin. It wasn't anyone, I don't know. I just feel like when you met this person, that is exactly what you felt. And, you felt that you had met your soulmate, like I said. So I'm trying to put these crystals with these without being in the way. And again, it was like you guys were 2 peas in a pod, and then you don't know what happened. And okay, the sun, wow. So the sun, this is how they felt. They had everything. When they were with you, they had the sun shining on them. You guys were, again, like 2 peas in a pod. That's why I keep thinking that. I don't know. They may have even said that to you. People may have even said that. You guys might have walked, held hands, and really just loved each other. Like, everyone from the outside looking in was probably jealous of your relationship. It was like you guys complimented each other. And again, the sun was, success, love, everything, the world at your feet. It shone on every aspect of your life. You guys probably had, you didn't, again, I don't know how long this part lasted, but this is what you felt. They were your sun and you were theirs, yin yang, sun to each other. And I don't know what happened to change that. Messenger, okay? So it looks like here's the sun bringing the truth to light, always. Anything done in the dark will be brought to the light by the sun. Always, by the light, by the truth, the goodness. It'll always come out. It's not gonna stay hidden. They're not gonna trick you forever. And fire signs, again, you're intuitive enough to be able to know if something was wrong. So a message came, you received a message. I don't know if it was from someone they were messing with behind your back, if it was someone who cared about you that saw them with someone or knew they were with someone, saw something somewhere, found out and told you. But somehow you got a message. It could have been on social media, anything, whatever. Maybe you saw their messages. And a message came up and you saw and you found out, and your whole, everything just fell apart. And there we go, the Nine of Swords right there. So when that happened, when the Nine of Swords came, after the message, it broke your heart, and you knew you were betrayed. You couldn't sleep at night because the love you felt for them was so strong. You couldn't understand why they did this. They wouldn't give you an answer as to why they did this. They may have basically just run you off. Once you found out, they just blew you off and maybe took up with the person they'd been cheating on you with that you got the message about, or maybe ran around with everybody. I don't know. Something happened, and I feel like they just turned their back. They turned their back on this, on what you guys had. They turned their back on it. And then here they are looking back, terribly sad that they destroyed everything that you guys had because they made stupid decisions, stupid choices. There could have been addictions involved, but this was a terrible time. You guys had a terrible time getting over that, and I feel like you still have some pain, maybe some, I almost said therapy, maybe you need to get some therapy, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with getting some help, because this person really, really, they stuck 9 swords in you. They turned their back on what you guys had, that you thought this was forever. And I don't know if they thought it, if they, what happened to bring them that, I don't know. But again, I have, at the end of this, there are you can go into the description box, and I have 4 more cards that I've pulled, 4 more love oracle cards, and 1 hidden, actually 4 total, 1's a hidden truth. And it'll let you know, it'll go into this a little further if you're interested. But, you've got a lot of information right here as it is. So anyhow, I will go on to number 3 now. Okay. Number 3 is at 12:55. Okay, we have truth and lies. Here we go with the crappy one again. So you guys were true to your person. They lied to you. They pretended to be something they weren't. They withheld information that was key, that you could have made an appropriate or proper decision. I keep hearing in my head about them. You could have known, if they had been honest from go, this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't be ended. They wouldn't be getting karma, because they tricked you. They lied. They put on a false face. They, made you think they were someone they weren't. And maybe you knew deep down and you loved them anyway, But you guys were loyal and honest and true to them. And they lied, cheated, backstabbed you, gossiped about you, talked behind your back, let other people talk behind your back, because they, you stepping up as a fire sign, you were going to tell them about themselves when you found out that they were, bullshitting, and they don't like that. They couldn't take that. So I feel like they cast you aside after that. So, okay. So we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords energy. That's someone coming charging back in with a message, wanting to come back with a quickness. I feel like whatever happened, I feel like they took off with a quickness, and now they're wanting to come back with one, because maybe when you called them out on their lies, they got pissed off about it, because that's what people do when they do dirty things. They can't face what they've done, so instead they just turn their back on you. And I feel that they left you bereft, and I just feel like they left you sad, and Maybe they even ghosted you. They might have taken off and not even talked to you, you know, for a while. Or maybe they're trying to communicate now, because this is communication. They're going to be trying to bring in, you know, fast communication, wanting to tell you something, wanting to maybe tell you, like they have in the past, lies. I don't know, you know, people can change, but I don't know about this person, because I feel like they may still not know what they want. So now we've got old woman. Okay. Old woman. So it could be that, I don't even really know how I feel about that card at this moment. It looks like they raced away, maybe to someone older. When they left you behind, you found out what they were doing. It may have been with someone older. You may have gone to someone older that you trust for advice, and they may have told you some things that you didn't know about the person, just because they're older and wiser, and they know what you were innocent. You didn't. I just feel like you had no idea what they were like at first, and when it started sinking in, by that time you were already hooked, and you thought, okay, maybe they'll change. But instead they raced away once you found out their secret, whatever it was, cheating, lying, being someone else, whatever. They took off, and they just left you wondering what the hell happened. And again, this old lady, I feel like that needs further clarification, but to me, it just means that there's someone older, more mature, wiser, that you maybe counted on, maybe aren't counting on now. And their karma could be that they grow old, alone, and still wishing that they hadn't done what they did, still wanting to talk to you. I feel they're trying to run in. Maybe this old woman is blocking them from getting to you. Maybe this is someone that cares about you and isn't going to let them pass, because look, it looks like they're heading that way, and she's like, nope, I'm right here in your way. So that may mean something to you guys. And then we have death. Of course we do, because this ended. This needed to end. The universe stepped in and ended this. I feel like maybe someone died. Maybe someone passed away. Maybe someone you cared about, someone close to you, has passed away. But I feel that, this is already, has already happened, but this is the card of transformation. It could be, you transforming. Maybe you felt so put upon, so down, so, terrible after they did what they did. You found out and they took off. Maybe you felt, old. Maybe you felt tired. Maybe you were just exhausted with wondering and worrying and, their lies, and just thinking and being in your head, and you didn't make a move to get better, to do anything. So now the universe steps in and says, well, it's time to move on. It's time to change, transform, go back to being your healthy, happy self, because I feel like they took that from you. And anyway, if you want further clarification on this, I've also pulled 4 cards for this one. It'll be in the description box if you're interested in the extended reading. But like I said, this tells a story, but I don't understand all the ending of the story yet. So the clarification would probably help. But anyhow, I hope, like I said, this will resonate with whoever it's meant to resonate with. And it may not be your story. If it's not your story, just let it go and leave it for someone else. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good evening. Bye-bye, fire signs.